find home court right here at the Food City Center. They're a perfect 8.
We're really, really close against quality opponents, and so today will be no different.
Summit Blue here for the Lady Vols in Knoxville. Mississippi State and the Road Black Unis. Second meeting between these two programs. Tennessee got the dub 90-80. What was a shootout in Starkville earlier this month. Early three, Denia Prawl off the rim. Scrummage for the rebound. And it will stay Tennessee possession.
I think if Mississippi State wants to see success in this game, they have to do a better job in their transition defensive game. That is something Coach talked about in shoot-around.
Tennessee in that win earlier in the month against Mississippi State knocked down 10 three-pointers, a team that likes to fire from beyond the arc. See Spearman right through the lane for 2.
I think if you're Mississippi State, that's way too easy. Z gets right to the cup, going downhill just like they told her to do it in practice. 2 points for Tennessee.
Starting 5 for Sam Purcell, led by some paint presence. Favor, Wadozie, and Madison Francis have been fantastic for Mississippi State. Bulldogs able to answer. There's a starting 5 for Kim Caldwell and the Lady Vols. Denia Barker in that starting lineup, but she is good to go. Missed their last game against Kentucky last Thursday. Again, what was a win for the Lady Vols, a top 15 win against Kentucky. Mississippi State also took care of the Wildcats. So Barker is back tonight.
Quick substitution there for Coach Caldwell and the Lady Vols. The one thing you're seeing early from Mississippi State is they are allowing easy penetration. Tennessee is able to get into the paint. Mississippi State must shut that down if they're going to be successful.
There's Mia Paldo, just under 20 points a game in her last 4. First attempt well off. Good interior defense from Mississippi State. Destiny McFall, pinned up by Jada Civil. Mississippi State offense that likes to spread the wealth. Crisp fires a 3, no good. Lauren Hurst baseline. Aya Robertson leads his team in 3s, and that's in and out. Good rebound for the Bulldogs.
The excellent defensive possession that time by Mississippi State. They stopped Tennessee early in transition, which is what they want to do. They have an opportunity to do that right now. Let's see what happens.
Paldo picks the pocket. Robertson top the key, can't hit. Denia Barker, it's what they were missing, can't get it to go.
I hate to use the F word so early in the broadcast, but both teams have to finish, finish, finish.
Couple of early looks off the mark from 3 for Tennessee. They're 0 for 3 from distance. That one not close from Carissa Richardson. Paldo the other way, the talented freshman. Robertson elects to drive it in this time, and that's going to be a charge. Offensive foul going the other way. And Kim Caldwell again, mass substitutions. That is the style of Coach Kim Caldwell in her second year on Rocky Top. She will make those mass hockey-style subs.
You're in, I'm out. I'm in, you're out. That's the way it goes in Knoxville, Tennessee. You just have to get used to that style.
The style is up-tempo. Tennessee team's gonna fire the 3. They've already done so 3 times, but they want to press you and force turnovers. They get it 1 there. Alyssa Latham, soft touch.
That is something Mississippi State is going to have to do a better job. Coach Sam Purcell is not going to like that possession. And again, Mississippi State is unable to handle the pressure of Tennessee.
Jump ball. It'll stay Mississippi State possession, but this is what Tennessee likes to do. They're going to try to make you turn it over in the half court.
McFall doesn't do a good job there. She doesn't have her eyes and hands ready to handle the trap and loses it versus the Tennessee pressure.
Elijah Cooper sneaky from behind, almost got a steal. Cooper so good defensively, leads this Tennessee team in steals. Wade Dozie to the rim, will earn 2 shots. Very different type of style team that Sam Purcell runs with Mississippi State. They're going to live more in the paint, and they want to dominate the paint on different aspects.
Absolutely. What Coach Purcell talked about earlier was making sure they like an up and down tempo and up and down pace, but they want to make sure that they're able to control the game by making some shots on the inside to slow down and limit Tennessee's ability to get out in transition. And that's what you're going to see. They're going to pound that ball inside, attack the rim all day.
14 of Mississippi State's 15 wins have come when they've won the paint battle in terms of points inside. A team that's 12th in the nation in rebounding. It's a game that expects to be extremely physical. So far, we're seeing some good tempo as well. And a turnover, Alyssa Latham on the other end.
The pace is up and down, just a little bit too fast for Latham in that possession. She has to slow down a little bit, give her team an opportunity to get a shot at the basket.
2 turnovers apiece for either side. Add a third now for Mississippi State. The press is giving them some fits early now.
Giving them a lot of problems, and that's what Tennessee wants to see. But Sam Purcell and the Mississippi State Bulldogs don't want to have to deal with that for 40 minutes. They're going to have to find a remedy early.
A lot of the talking for good reason with Kim Caldwell in Tennessee is up.
That's called being a player, making a play right there. She goes between the legs, her style for you, and just rises up and knocks down elbows.
Maya Paldo getting in there. Deflection. Press, all kinds of complications for Mississippi State.
That's a great job by the freshman of just being active, getting her hands involved, making sure there are no easy passes to a willing offensive player on Mississippi State, because if Mississippi State can get it and go, that's exactly what they're going to try to do. So Tennessee is doing an excellent job of controlling that pace of Mississippi State.
Tennessee's +4 the turnover margin in conference games, a big reason why they sit atop the standings. That time to dribble in from Madison Francis. Too much steam, lost it.
A little sloppy, but like we mentioned before, Mississippi State also wants to play fast. You're going to see some turnovers today. So if you're watching this game, it may get a little bit sloppy at times because both teams love to play in transition.
How do you balance, we need to quickly beat this press, but obviously be smart, take care of the ball?
I think you have to understand time and score. If you've turned it over a couple times in a row, you have to understand as a player on the court, I need to walk it up at this point and get another turn for my team.
Robertson trying to feed Janiah Parker, deflected out. Tennessee 6-0. Last game, you got to go all the way to last week. 2-point win over number 11 Kentucky. Their game with Ole Miss scheduled for Monday, postponed, so they've had a week now to get ready for the team from Starkville. Janiah Parker again did not play in that Kentucky win, and a smooth jumper that time.
I think in Janiah Parker's head, that had zero chance, just like her number, of not going in. She was confident in making that play.
A travel from Sanaya King. Tennessee now has forced 5 turnovers in under 5 minutes to start this game.
You got one happy coach, one unhappy coach with the turnover margin right now. Coach Purcell has to figure out how can he stop the bleeding with this press. Tennessee is doing an excellent job. Will they continue it?
Cooper, step back jumper, can't hit. Jada Civil, offensive board. Talented freshman Civil. Robertson tries another 3, can't hit. Now Francis the other way. Open on the wing, 3 is money. Destiny McFall knocks it down.
McFall's doing exactly what she needs to do. Open threes, you have to knock them down.
Near 3 on 2. Back out Sanaya King. Is it back-to-back? Not quite. As King off the mark. Lady Vols by 1. The 3 from McFall, first of the game for either side. Combined 1 for 7 from distance, both teams. Great dish in from Civil. Cooper can't get it to go.
That's one I know she wants back because you have to finish those. Anything easy, that gap can grow bigger.
Yeah, Tennessee 6 points off of those 6 turnovers. So that has obviously been the difference in the early going. Tennessee's pressure. Tennessee team that has a fantastic recruiting class of freshmen, very talented freshman crop, and a group that Kim Caldwell says has been so detailed with how they've grown in their defensive nature. And that's obviously a difference. You feel confident to play them. Another giveaway there.
Another takeaway by Mississippi State. Tennessee has to take care of the ball a lot better.
Chandler Prater driving in, fighting for that offensive rebound. Richardson, but Tennessee rips it away. Rebounding numbers going to be one to circle in this one. Mississippi State out-rebounded Tennessee in their last meeting. Nia Prawl, Tennessee freshman to the rim, and looked like got clipped. Her legs came out from under, and that's a foul.
It was a late call. Great job by Prawl of attacking the rim and understanding she did not have to settle for an outside shot. Certainly a late call by the officials there. Prawl uses the screen, kinda, gets downhill on the play, but gets clipped at the end. Knocking down these free throws will be very important for Tennessee moving forward.
How about those Tennessee freshmen last week against Kentucky? They had 38 of the team's 60 total points. They continue to get better as the weeks go on.
From the very start of the season, Coach Kim Caldwell said the freshmen would have to play, and they would have to make a difference for her squad, and they are doing exactly that.
Prawl 0 for 2 at the free throw line. That's also been a number to watch for Tennessee. They haven't been great, Nia, at the line, but Prawl's going to get an immediate redo here.
She'll have an opportunity to clean this up for her team, but what she does well is get downhill. It's like a freight train in there, but you want to take your time, and she just has to finish that basket.
That's Nia Prawl, back-to-back SEC games with a start. His season high 25 minutes against Kentucky. It had 9 points, 4 steals, but struggling from the free throw line here tonight.
You know, they always shooting as a team. I think they're at 69% from the free throw line. Must do a much better job knocking it down at the charity stripe.
Prawl's 0 for 4 there on that possession. Tennessee 13th in the SEC of free throw percentage. They want to up that number. Left a few on the table that time. Nia King will try to set up this Mississippi State offense. And 6 turnovers so far as a team. Drives in, and that is an offensive foul.
And you like to see it early. Both teams have now created an opportunity for an offensive fouls. Giving up your body is something that you expect elite level teams to do. Both teams have done that early. King downhill. Prawl steps over and says, "Not today, my friend." Charge, going the other way.
Good session there for Nia Prawl. She'll be maybe hitting herself a little bit after not making those free throws, but it's a good effort on both ends. Another mass set of substitutions for Kim Caldwell and her squad. Just a 1-point game, 5 turnovers for Mississippi State really in the last 4 minutes. Both teams haven't gotten a bucket in over 2. Jada Civil, a bit out of control that time off the glass. Mississippi State wants to run other way. Richardson, and she carried the ball.
Between a wild shot on one end by Tennessee and a turnover on the other by Mississippi State, which a poor shot is just like a turnover when you're a coach on the sideline. And so both teams have to get a handle of what's happening right now. You're at 2:27 left to go in the first quarter, and it's a 7-8 ball game.
Cooper straight to the rim, does what she does best. Asia Cooper was a bit frustrated in that Kentucky game. SEC low of 7 points, missed a few opportunities, but it didn't phase her. Got a big defensive stop at the end of that game. Good answer there for Treyana Crisp.
Treyana with a nice floater, getting downhill.
Rejection on the other end from one of the SEC's best, Madison Francis. And a foul on the other side. Francis averages 3 blocks a game. That's best in the SEC. Only a freshman is among one of the better bigs interior-wise in this conference.
She has the length. She has the athletic ability. She does a fantastic job of getting to the rim. Tennessee definitely has to stay between her and the basket.
There's a little miscommunication there for Mississippi State. We're seeing the turnovers in all different forms right now for the Bulldogs.
So Mississippi State is having forced turnovers by Tennessee, but they're also having unforced turnovers, which are the ones you do not want to have.
Tennessee gives it away as well. Both teams just really struggling to settle in here. If you're Mississippi State, you've turned the ball over 9 times, but you're only down 1. Offensive rebound, back up. Wade Dozie can't get it. Ball loose. It stays Mississippi State ball.
Right there you have Destiny McFall deciding she wasn't going to give up on the play and runs in to create an opportunity for her team to get a second chance. She just says, there's 2 Tennessee players there. I don't care. I want the basketball, and that's what you want if you're Sam Purcell and the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
What's going to take for Mississippi State and really Tennessee to settle into this action?
I think both teams just have to breathe, take a breath, and understand you want to play fast, but at a certain point, you have to look at time to score and realize what's happening and slow the game down.
Crawl picks it off on one end, fires a 3 on the other, and can't hit. 10 turnovers now for Mississippi State. Just can't get in sync. Tennessee making it difficult. Their half-court pressure. Crisp trying to find Francis. Tie up. Tennessee earns it. And hard collision right there by Tennessee's bench.
Mississippi State takes the ball into no man's land. When you get to that spot, Crisp, that is a perfect opportunity to trap, because now you have to, the defenders are guarding you and the sideline is guarding you. And that is an awful place to be as an offensive player with the basketball against a pressing team.
That turnover number continues to pile on.
Cooper says, in the words of a great rap artist, T.I., let them know. She is here to let them know that she is Talasia Cooper and she cannot be stopped.
6 points in this first quarter, 3 of 5 from the floor. And of course, always fantastic defensively. D'ing up Crisp. Brianna Crisp with 1 on the clock, has to fire it up, almost got the bucket. And a very sloppy first quarter comes to a close. Both teams still trying to settle in here. Not from the free throw line there in the first quarter.
There has to be a shift in this second quarter. The question is, what players from Mississippi State are going to make that shift happen?
Strong offensive board, Kania Boyd. Janiah Barker going to work inside.
Right there, Destiny McFall was, as we say, barbecue chicken. She's just too small for Barker on the inside.
Tennessee on the other end, they've got 10 points in the paint. Talasia Cooper and Janiah Barker doing good work inside. Barker able to grab that board.
Getting a little rhythm here. You know, Paul says, okay, I see you with the 3, but I got one better with the one-legged pull-up jump shot.
Cooper called on the foul. Tennessee with the full court pressure. She's begging for a review over there on the sideline from her coach, Kim Caldwell. They're not going to review. Mississippi State, they've converted their last 3 possessions. Fall and Richardson to create some offense. Mississippi State 3 of 6 from 3 so far tonight. The pass to Crisp, can't hit.
I think Tennessee got lucky in that possession. Crisp is a fantastic three-point shooter. She can't be allowed to catch it so cleanly and get those shots in.
Mia Paldo, no points in the first quarter, averaging a little under 20 in her last 4. Only took 1 shot. Malaysia Cooper off the feed. Can't hit, and a foul on the rebound. That'll go against Z Spearman.
McFall did a good job of having inside position in that possession on Spearman, and Spearman, a little frustration there, and goes and fouls her. Pushing the back, that's an easy call for the officials. Got to be a little bit more discreet than that.
That is a second foul on Z Spearman. Their foul call on that inbounds on Mia Paldo. For Paldo, that's foul number 2. And Mia will come right out. So a pair of players with 2 fouls here early in the second quarter for Tennessee. Quick pass on the other end. Guillet misfires. Francis offensive board and a layup. Again, we're seeing things we did not see in the first quarter for Mississippi State. A huge rebound and finish.
Madison Francis, if she comes to life for Mississippi State, it is going to be a problem for Tennessee because she is so aggressive offensively to the boards and attacking the rim.
McFall feeling it, top of the key, just off the front iron. Good look as Janiah Barker tried to put a hand up. Cooper, full head of steam the other way. Man, she's been so good from that spot. That one's so close. Barker rips it away. Pressure from the Lady Vols will earn 2 free throws.
Another turnover there for Mississippi State. But, you know, again, Tennessee not giving up on the action, and Barker just, you know, it's a little dangerous, but she gets her hands in there, mixes it up a little bit. Now she gets an opportunity to go to the foul line. Here's a spot that has been tough for Tennessee throughout the season. Can they get on track from the foul line?
First one good from Barker. Again, Janiah Barker injured late in that game at Alabama. Took a pretty hard foul. Exited, did not return, did not play against Kentucky. Been a week since then, back in practice, good to go. What do they miss in a player like Janiah Barker?
Have you seen her? She just has everything. She can get it done inside, she can get it done outside, and she is physical. She's a physical specimen, wants to make plays for her team, and you miss that as a coach on the sideline, because that's someone you can count on when things get tough.
Carissa Richardson, she had 22 3 weeks ago against Tennessee. Now has 5 in this second quarter. Soft touch from inside. Bulldogs back up 1. Cooper to her spot. A couple of them that have just pulled right around the rim. A little frustration after that one.
Just a little touch. Just a little touch shots right there for, you know, eventually those are going to fall. And so she has to continue to attack the rim and be aggressive.
Cooper has been fantastic. 8 points leads the way for Tennessee. Tennessee back in that full court pressure. Civil and Cooper steps up at a dangerous throw into the hands of Richardson. Guillet inside. And the ball's back in Lady Vols' possession. Quick transition, Cooper, no good.
The action for both teams is happening so fast. If you turn your head, you're going to miss it. But you'd like to see Mississippi State slow it down here, get a good shot at the rim, and be able to make a play for their team without it being so frantic.
Sanaya King looking for an entry feed to Carissa Richardson. A turnover, sent it the other way. And Mississippi State is a very balanced scoring team. 7 different Bulldogs have led Mississippi State in the scoring column this season. They like to share the wealth.
They almost have 5, in SEC play anyway, they almost have 5 players in double figures. I think 2 of them are right at the 9.7, 9.3 mark. But they've done an outstanding job of being a team that plays together.
They don't have that player that sits, 15 points per game that necessarily that you know maybe down the stretch you're going to go the ball to, but they think of it as it's a team effort. It is a team sport. Purcell. Sam Purcell has taken Mississippi State NCAA tournament 2 times in 3 seasons. 3 20-plus win years out of 3. 5 away from a 4th and 4.
Nia Robertson just did a fantastic job of one-on-one defense on King at the top of the floor, and I don't want to go without noticing that, because defensive players don't always get the pub that they need. That was a fantastic job defensively.
Valid sign on Madison Francis. A successful defensive possession leads to a foul on the other end. With how tight things have been so far, every possession's going to matter in this one. Barker, step back 3. She got it. Knocked down, Janiah Barker.
Easy money, easy money. She shot it and, stood there, almost with the love and basketball pose. Follow through in the air, confident walk back.
First 3-point make of the game for the Lady Vols. And a steal. Pressure gets to Mississippi State. Can Tennessee capitalize? Mississippi State on a scoring drought. Vols back in front. Crawl off the dribble. In the paint. Picked up her dribble. Barker, can she go back to back? Not quite. Barker with 9 points, though.
Tennessee has the floor spaced so well. You'd like to see them get back downhill. And the freshman steps in there. Jayla Lampley says, hey, whatever you can do, I can do better. She has good pedigree, too.
Freshman guard, Fishers, Indiana. Her mom, her high school coach, and had a huge game against Alabama. 14 points, SEC high for her, a huge 3.
Tennessee knocks down 3s. Mississippi State knocks down 3s. Everybody's knocking down 3s. But Lampley checks into the game and says, listen, my mom is Janan Rowland, former Purdue legend, and she taught me well.
And that has definitely paid her dividends in getting impactful minutes. Her freshman season, Coach Purcell says that Lampley very high basketball IQ, make the right play. And that comes with trust, and she's grown up in the game.
It does not hurt when you have parents who played the game, who understand what it takes to be an athlete at this level, what you have to do to compete at this level, and she is a fantastic young lady.
Barker 1 for 2 at the line. Tennessee 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Definitely not where they want to be, and they left Lampley all alone on the other end.
Right now, Lampley is just showing out down here in Knoxville, Tennessee.
5 real quick points for Lampley. Good answer on the other end. Malaysia Cooper, smooth.
If you're a Tennessee fan, you like to see the answers right away to production from the opposing team.
Lampley again, can't get it. Offensive board, Dozy missed an easy one and able to pick it back up, but she's frustrated with herself.
And you want to keep Dozy off the board, certainly. She's at almost a double-double for them. Her rebounding ability is phenomenal, and it's been that way all season. And so you know she's going to go. And so as Tennessee bench is screaming right now, box her out.
Yeah, that's 3 offensive rebounds for Dozy. Averages a double-double. One of 5 players in the SEC to average a double-double. Again, Tennessee did a good job in that first quarter, trying to hit the glass against one of the better rebounding teams in the nation. Mississippi State, though, they're winning that battle here in the second. This is just free throw, 3 and 4 for Mississippi State, a team that once averaged 20 free throws a game. They want to get to the line, not much so far tonight. State by a point. Great move from Cooper. Soft touch, rolls all around the rim. Not a lot of numbers here, Mississippi State and Lampley. Francis off the dribble. Offensive rebound and put back in from Lampley. She was left unmarked.
Untouched going to the rim. Was an athletic play by Lampley there with the putback finish.
Offensive foul on Talaysia Cooper, Tennessee, and that's a turnover for the Lady Vols. Some energy for this Mississippi State team.
Right now, momentum certainly favors the Bulldogs. Tennessee has to figure out, going into the half, what they're going to do to slow this Mississippi State team down.
What an incredible start has Jayla Lampley been. 5 minutes played, already 7 points, all in the second quarter.
Just like a microwave. Cross-court pass by McFall, one-handed, slinging the ball over. That's called talent, people.
Giveaway from Robertson. Bulldogs quickly, Crisp again knocks it in. A 6-3 of the half for Mississippi State. They're on fire.
The threes by Mississippi State are certainly offsetting the turnovers. So if Tennessee can guard the three-point line, the turnovers would be more effective for them.
Barker, Hezzy, off the mark. Bulldogs dominating the glass in the second quarter. Up ahead, Lampley was wide open. Again, she got out in front, but the pass a little off.
Heady play by the freshman to leak out a little bit. Understanding that Tennessee likes to roll up and pressure, she decided to get out and just not able to handle that pass.
Mia Paldo back in the game again. Paldo and Z Spearman have been sitting on 2 fouls for most of this quarter. 2 seconds separate shot and game here in half number 1. Tennessee looking to end this Mississippi State run.
Tennessee has certainly missed Paldo handling the ball for them.
Paldo, smooth move. Off the back iron. Crawl, offensive rebound, and will go to the line.
Good rebound by Prawl. She came out with it, but there were several Tennessee players in the paint trying to gang rebound. They have to slow Mississippi State down a little bit and create some offense right now via second chance points.
Prawl is 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Tennessee shooting 38% as a team so far tonight. That was everything but in.
You gotta wonder if the game being postponed on Sunday has affected Tennessee in a negative way. Because it was a layoff that they didn't necessarily expect to have.
And Prawl 0 for 2 again. 1 second. Francis launches it and no good. They go to UConn on Sunday to kick off the month, and then of course they've got road games in South Carolina as well on the horizon at Georgia. So it just doesn't get any easier in the SEC. Every game important, even when you're at the top of the standings.
And as a coach, you have to wonder, is this a group that potentially looked ahead because they had played Mississippi State earlier, come out on top, understanding that they have UConn, Georgia, South Carolina to look forward to? You gotta hope that they did not look ahead, because this is a dangerous Mississippi State team, as you're seeing right now.
You play 3 of the top 4 in your next 5 games, so it is just going to be a gauntlet of a February for the Lady Vols. That is life in the SEC these days. Z Spearman in the paint, only played 7 minutes in some foul trouble, and can't get a basket to go underneath.
I'd like to see Spearman in that particular case get the offensive rebound, go up solidly with her shoulder square to the backboard and make a play, and not throw the ball up behind her back.
Francis, what a dish into Wadozie. She didn't have her best first half either, just 2 points for favor. Leopoldo step back, and there she is in the box score. shutout in the first half and a huge 3 to kick off the third.
She is awake, people, and she is in the building. Mia Paldo has come out of halftime and taken her cape off.
Near travel there for Carissa Richardson. The feet were gliding. Mississippi State, 16 turnovers in this game. Can they limit those in the second half here on the road? 3 from the corner. Treyana Crisp, she's got 11.
Crisp, again, is Mississippi State's best three-point shooter by volume, and she is getting wide open looks.
Mia Paldo inside, draws contact, 2 shots. Aggressive start for Mia Paldo in this half.
Paldo attacks the rim, and that's exactly what she needs to do for this team. But right now, it's a look at that three-pointer. Bottom.
Tennessee only made 1 of those in the first half. And a good sign to start, but a great answer for Mississippi State on the other end. Treyana Crisp. Paldo has just really blossomed in her freshman season. A top 10 freshman recruit. McDonald's All-American. Again, had a career high 26 points in Starkville against this team. It took her about a month to get in the flow of things. December really started hitting the gas, but since SEC play, she's not looked like a freshman and has not been shy of playing against tougher competition.
Well, at this point, she is no longer a freshman. I must say her play has been loud, and they need her in this second half.
Mississippi State up 8. Sam Purcell calls an early timeout 2 minutes in. As Mia Paldo's not going to be an easy night. However you can get it.
That's a tough shot, and that's not even her forte. She's more of a driver and attacker, but she can knock those down. Tennessee must do a better job of defending the three-point line.
Foul on that drive from Robertson.
Francis, I'm not sure she called bank on this, but they're going to let it count anyway.
She's an 18% three-point shooter, so she doesn't take a ton of them, but you will take that. It's been that kind of night from distance for Mississippi State. 8 of them have gone in from 3. Cooper not the same luck, but a foul on that rebound on the Bulldogs. Tennessee has had moments like they did in the second quarter. They're outscored by Mississippi State by 12 points in that second frame. They've had stretches like that where they've had droughts. That's been a lot of talk from Coach Caldwell. When you go through rough stretches, can you climb out of them?
That's where you have to find your leadership on the floor. Who is going to be the player to get everybody together collectively and say, listen, we have to play better. We have to take care of the basketball. We have to finish our layups. We have to make free throws. Who is going to be that player to say, hey, we can't keep giving crisp, wide open three-point shots? You got to have players that are going to do that for you.
Tennessee swoops in for the takeaway. Robertson has it. Still looking for her first bucket. Working with Talasia Cooper. Cooper, punk fake, drive, and a swat from Francis. She's among the nation's best at it.
She's long, she's athletic.
Richardson draws contact for 2 shots.
Right now, Cooper gets downhill, but Madison Francis with the body control, the agility, and the ability to go up with that length, block the shot, control it, get it out to a teammate, and now Mississippi State is shooting 2 free throws on the other end.
The future is extremely bright for Francis, one of 4 freshmen on the Naismith National Player of the Year watch list. It's not just the scoring, she's averaging 13 a game, but it's those little things like leading the team in blocks, generating steals, had 7 of them against Alabama the other day, and just those hustle moments.
Her ability to rebound the basketball is also top-notch.
Making her impact felt here in the third quarter. Mississippi State has upped the lead to 12. This is their largest lead of the game.
have that disposition.
A lot of meaningful games still on the horizon, especially for this Tennessee team. You go to UConn on Sunday. They have not lost at home yet this season. Mississippi State certainly putting themselves in a good spot. Good to see that from Z Spearman again, who's been pretty limited in this game. Early foul trouble. She's going to get to the line.
But again, if anybody understands the story of Superman and Kryptonite, right now the foul line is Tennessee's kryptonite. They have not been able to get free throws to go in. Can they start now? And Z is on point with making that first free throw. Can she get a second for her team and create a little momentum?
Tennessee bottom of the SEC in free throw percentage. 2 for 2 there for Z Spearman. The team is 6 of 14 now today. It's 43%, not a great mark. Back within 12. How can Tennessee respond after the break? Mississippi State has been fantastic from the three-point line. Chris to the rim and a foul on Spearman. That's her third.
It's just a poor defensive possession for Tennessee. There's a switch up and there's a mix up there, but then they get downhill and you can freeze that frame right there. You have to have help side. Janiyah Barker is standing on the outside of the paint when she should have helped over outside of the paint. The other players need to drop down and respond, but that's just poor team defense as well as individual defense there by Tennessee.
Triana Crisp, 12 points for her now in the game. The 2 SEC games that Mississippi State have won this year, Triana Crisp has made 3 3-pointers in both of those games. She's made 3 tonight. When she's on, the team performs well.
Tennessee has to locate her early in transition. No free looks, contest every shot.
Leopoldo playing with 3 fouls, still out there. Here's Cooper off the drive, getting to her spot. And that's what we saw a lot from her in the first quarter, a bit quieter since then.
Really good response by Cooper. Continue to attack downhill.
Pressure from Paldo again. Only 2 more fouls to give.
What Tennessee needs to do is to put together a stop, score, stop situation, and they can't do that right now. But the response by Tennessee is to get downhill. Cooper attacks. She has a one-legged fadeaway. She made that shot really tough, but that's what players often do. But she has to find a way to get her team going on the defensive end.
Talasia Cooper now with 3 fouls, so 3 Lady Vols sitting on 3 right now, and it's 3 significant contributors.
That's going to take some defensive discipline by Tennessee to defend without fouling. Have to have active hands and feet, but you must play straight up, and you must have great help side defense.
Bulldogs 80% from the line in 10 tries. Again, now they're going to make Tennessee earn this last stretch. They're going to try to get more of those opportunities at the line. Tough drive in and one. Jada Civil grown throughout the season. Converts the and one, had 7 points in 19 minutes against Mississippi State earlier in the year.
This defensive possession becomes extremely important. You just got a momentum type play. Can you put it together with the defensive stop?
Civil on McFall. McFall enters the paint. High arcing. Wadozie fighting with Paldo. It's going to stay Mississippi State ball. That's what Wadozie can do. She's so good on the rebounding end, and she didn't necessarily secure the ball, but keeps possession.
Tennessee still has an opportunity here. Oh, yeah, that's definitely out on Paldo.
15 on the shot clock. Wadozie trying to get her involved on the offensive end and just goes to work on Barker. And now a giveaway. Crisp an open layup. She's fouled.
Well, it's just tough when you sit behind the offensive player and allow the post entry. That's going to be I mean, you're talking about Wade Dozie here. She's a double-double. You have to have a little bit more of a defensive effort. Barker has to give Tennessee there to prevent that type of play.
And just a brutal giveaway after that make from Wade Dozie. Crisp able to sneak right in there and earn a pair at the line. The Bulldogs have certainly converted from the line. They're now 9 makes and 11 tries.
And you don't want to put Crisp on the line. She is a fantastic free throw shooter for Mississippi State.
Knocks in both, 86% on the year from Crisp. And now Mississippi State up 15, now their largest lead. Civil, 3, can't connect.
The demeanor of the Tennessee players right now, even the Tennessee bench, they are not showing any life, any spark. The crowd is not in it. Mississippi State has completely taken over this basketball.
Lady Vols need a spark. Mississippi State on an 8-0 run. They lead by 19. Cooper sitting on 12 points. Leads this Lady Vol team. Turnaround jumper. Spearman fights for the rebound. Can't get it back out. She was swarmed in the paint. And a takeaway for Mississippi State. Nothing but time here for Mississippi State. They don't need to rush. And a foul on Parker.
Right now, Tennessee has to make a decision on what they want to do and how they want to finish this basketball game, because right now Mississippi State is just scrapping and they want it more. And now you just have silly fouls up top, not in good defensive position, and this is a make or break moment right now. There's an eternity left in this basketball game, but it can either be a good thing or a bad thing for Tennessee. And right now, the body language, the disposition of the players, the bench, the crowd, it is turning out that it's going to be just another quarter for Mississippi State to continue their dominance.
Wade Dozie at the line. Rare miss for Mississippi State tonight at the free throw spot. About all those top 25 matchups that the Bulldogs have had this year, you're starting to really see the grittiness that they've had to play with pay off here on the road tonight.
I think with the exception of 2 of those 5 losses, they have been super competitive.
Nia Crawl, good offensive board. Tennessee needs second chance points now. Great dish from Cooper. Spearman inside, gets it to go.
Really good finish by Spearman, but if you noticed on that catch, she was surrounded by Mississippi State Bulldogs. They are playing team defense. They are packing it in, and they're saying, hey, you're going to have to make a tough shot.
Wade Dozie drives in. Mississippi State so much more confident in the paint than they were in that first quarter.
They are aggressively, Mississippi State is aggressively attacking the rim.
9 points for Wade Dozie. Mia Paldo off the mark from 3. Tennessee shooting 14% from distance.
And no offensive rebounders in that last possession.
Crisp can't hit it. 2v2. Barker off the mark on the layup. Tennessee just shooting 31% from the floor in total. Bulldogs have just knocked in more shots. They're shooting 50 from the floor. A team that wants to play in the paint, but they create opportunities from 3. And they play well in the paint. They've connected on both ends. Wade Dozie starting to take over. Got her own miss. Bulldogs on double-double watch. It's their largest lead. Looking to add on more. 5 on the shot clock now. Entry. Chandler Prater, free throw line. Front iron. Tennessee wants to run. Less than a minute left in the quarter. They got to start now. They want to mount a comeback. Mia Poldo from deep. Can't hit.
Just has not been Mia Poldo's night tonight. Struggled with foul trouble in the first half and made some decent plays, but just has not been able to get it going.
Richardson to the rim. Shot clock's off now for Tennessee. Cooper. Good defense inside Prater. Z Spearman fires off iron. And another strong rebound. Mississippi State. Poldo swoops in. 10 on the clock. Cooper. Yes, that's good. Maybe a bit of a spark for Tennessee entering the fourth. They've got a long way to go. They'll take a few of those. Mississippi State in control. One more quarter left.
A response from your team you want to see if you're Sam Purcell.
What does Tennessee need here in this fourth quarter night? 17 points. That's a mountain to climb.
Look at it simply this way. Get stops, make shots.
Easier said than done as Spearman struggles inside. A fight for the ball. Bulldogs have the advantage the other way. Richardson to the rim.
Well, when you don't have a body in front defensively, someone as aggressive as Richardson, you just can't be there sideways. You have to turn and really stop her from getting to the rim. The unfortunate thing for Tennessee is right now they cannot just simply trade baskets because they've dug themselves too big of a hole. You have to get stops. Richardson is like a freight train, and she's confident right now. Her team is on top, so there's no way Cooper is going to be able to stop her in a sideways defensive position. She is simply going to have to square up, get her shoulder square to the ball, and sacrifice her body.
How important is this Tennessee full court pressure to try to generate some stops here in the fourth quarter? Good break there for Mississippi State. Cannot afford to trade buckets for Tennessee. McFall, top of the key. Chase down for that one. She got her own miss.
That's just wanting it more. And as they say in the SEC, it just means more. And right now, it means more to Mississippi State than it does to Tennessee.
Wade Dozie in the paint. They're going to say Tennessee ball, Mississippi State. Might want to take a look.
McFall is wanting a replay. She's asking for a review of that play.
Tennessee, there's a stop. Now you got to capitalize on the other end.
Can you put a sequence together? Stop, score, stop. Can you do that?
They've off the basket, foul on the floor. It's on Treyana Crisp, just her second foul.
Right now, that's a good job by Powell, pressing the issue to get downhill, forcing the foul. There's a lot of time left for Tennessee. Can they make plays and create opportunities? Turnovers like that just will not get it done.
13th turnover from Tennessee. Trying to develop some on the other end.
What gives you confidence? When you put the ball in the basket, you get rebounds, you're making plays, you're feeling good. That feeds your team's confidence. And you can't be any more confident when you have Francis on your team, where she can just attack and make plays like that.
11 points for Madison Francis. She's 5 of 6 from the floor. Been effective, 8 rebounds, but she's also distributed the ball as well. A trio of assists. She's done her thing from a block standpoint as usual. Very full box score for the freshman.
Just under 8 minutes left in this game, and you would think with the three-point shooting ability and the players that Tennessee has, the body language and their disposition would be different. But right now, Mississippi State has completely taken the life out of Tennessee. But again, because of the three-point shooting, it's not over.
Great press break. Richardson straight to the rim for 2 shots.
Like a freight train going downhill. When you are aggressive and you have a no-fear attitude, she's not worried about getting the charge. She's saying, you must stop me from getting to the offensive cup. If you cannot do that, I will either score it easily or I will get a foul shot out of it.
The credit to Mississippi State, their coaching staff, they've done a great job with that Tennessee press ever since the first quarter. Only 7 total turnovers since what was really, to be honest, a disastrous first quarter.
It was not pretty, but they got a grip on everything that was happening and really settled down.
And Sam Purcell obviously was elated with how his team finished that first half and just knows that this has just been such a difficult stretch. He knows he's got a good team. They've been in some fights that just haven't gone their way, and he knows that that experience is paying off here tonight, and just how strong, physical this team has been, and unwavering when they faced dilemmas that like they did in the first quarter.
And again, the sign that showed it all for Mississippi State in that first, they turned it over 11 times in the first quarter and were down 3. You couldn't be in a better position as a coach, as a team, and they responded to that very well.
And that'll be a quarter where Tennessee is thinking we should have taken more advantage of when we had this Bulldog team kind of out on their heels, not settled into this road environment at all. Cooper can't buy one off the backboard.
Second quarter, third quarter, and now in the fourth, it has been all Mississippi State.
15 points for Richardson. She's been effective, 6 of 8 from the floor. Nia Prawl to the rim. Tennessee leaving a few short on those drives as well. It's just not been their night from the floor.
You gotta make the easy ones, right? The layups, those shots in the paint must be finished.
30% shooting night from the floor and just 18% from 3.
It's difficult to win any game, especially a game against a team that is hungry for a win.
How different is it from your experience? Is Tennessee finally able to generate a turnover on the press? Sybil's 3 off the mark. But how difficult from your experience as a player and a coach, Nia, just when you play a team for the second time in the same year?
Well, what you want to be able to guard against as a coach, especially when you're successful in the first outing, is that tendency for teams to relax and think, we have their number, we've played them already, we're going to be okay, and you come out a little lackadaisical, don't have the energy you need to have, and you get punched. And right now, Mississippi State they're like a boxer. Right now, they're Sugar Ray Leonard. They got the sweetness going on. And Tennessee is not showing what they are capable of doing at all in this basketball game.
Yeah, this game looked a lot different 3 weeks ago. It was 90-80. Tennessee got the win on the road. Just a much better offensive night, obviously, for Tennessee and Starkville. And Mississippi State have made the correct adjustments from a defensive standpoint.
It's something that Coach Caldwell talked about. Her team shot so well in Mississippi that she was concerned about how they would come out and perform and shoot tonight.
Because despite scoring 90 points in that win, Kim Caldwell was not happy with that performance because Mississippi State scored 80. They were right with them that whole game.
This is why your defense must always travel. I know Tennessee's at home right now, but they left their defensive game in the locker room. And when you cannot score, when you struggle to score, the one thing you should always be able to count on is your defense. But on nights like tonight, Tennessee has clearly allowed their offense to affect their defense.
All around a tough night for the Lady Vols here as Lampley driving in, Mia Paldo affecting that shot. Tennessee has to run, Civil to the rim, and it's just been a couple of those for Tennessee. It's just, that sums up their night. A few of those shots at the rim not falling.
Just not falling, but you like to see Mia Paldo still competing for her team. She's still being super competitive, and that's just a tough shot to throw up there and not get a finish on. You'd like to see Sybil come down on 2 feet, go back up, power that up, take her time, and try to get a really solid shot for her team.
Paldo for 3, knocks it in. That's her second from distance. She's back up to 9 points after being shut out in the first half.
Tennessee is more than capable. 5 minutes and 23 seconds is an eternity if you can put together some stops.
They up the pressure. Can they get the crowd back into it? Big time shot from Paldo. What a great make at the rim. Chandler Prater.
Prater, we haven't called her name a lot, and she is right on cue for her team in that moment.
Cooper for 3 from the top. No good. Mississippi State, they have not allowed Tennessee to garner any energy in this second half. Any big make they've had at one end, they've had an answer. Fade away, McFall. Off the mark. Under 5 now for Tennessee. They got to keep moving quickly. Latham inside, and she'll go to the line for 2. Mia Paldo job in the rebounding department.
Well, Mississippi State has controlled almost every statistical. That's just a big, grown woman play.
She's got 17 points, 4 rebounds, and has been key in terms of physical play in this second half, keeping Tennessee getting close. Wade Dozie, jumper, and a foul on that rebound. Tennessee trying to vie for position, and Nia Robertson whistled.
Mississippi State has been relentless on the boards. Every time they go, they're creating something. Whether they get the offensive board or not, they are setting the tone for what's to come down the road and for the rest of this time here in Knoxville.
It has been an intentional effort in the box out department. Not just chasing them down, but they have been physical inside. Wade Dozie can't get it. Got her own miss over 2 Lady Vols. Can't get it again, but now Francis and Wade Dozie swarming. Just nearly got another offensive board.
They are battling. If you are Sam Purcell and the rest of the Mississippi State coaching staff, what you are saying to your team right now is, well done, well done.
Paldo's 3 off the mark. Civil, rebound, back up, short. And that's Mississippi State ball. Couple of looks there again for Tennessee, just shooting-wise has been a struggle.
The shooting woes have been an issue, but also they have not been able to get it done on the defensive end.
Tennessee 19% from 3. Trap, Richardson left alone. Richardson to the rim, another finish.
I think the most important thing there, and I hope you don't miss it, is the fact that Richardson didn't stand in one spot. She came to the basketball, received the pass, and then attacked the rim.
Spearman, foul and one.
The good and one by Spearman there, being aggressive, rolling after the screen. She's able to capitalize and make this play, but it's just a little too late for Tennessee right now.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for Z Spearman in terms of getting in a rhythm. She's been in foul trouble the entire time. Playing with 4 fouls right now, me too. And Cooper is begging for a review here. And obviously, they need turnovers right now. She is saying yes.
It's good to see that Cooper is still being competitive here with the score. That
was at 20 at one point. Mississippi State has just made it so challenging for Tennessee to get back in this game, and a foul on Alyssa Latham.
I don't know if the cameras can see this or not, but Richardson has played her way to a couple of holes in her tights on her knee area. I don't know if she started the game that way, but her effort has been outstanding.
19 points for Richardson. She's been in control, especially with these press break situations. She's kind of been leading the charge on the other end of the court, receiving and then going straight to the rim. Richardson off the give, right back to the rim. She does it again.
Like a Mack truck. She will not be denied.
And that has been the indicator for Mississippi State. When Treyana Crisp has a good game, this team has been successful. And for the senior transfer from North Carolina, this has been one of her best performances for the Bulldogs. .21 points for Crisp. That is a season high. Tennessee just nearly had a takeaway, and somehow that ball has just been finding Crisp all second half, but a giveaway that time. Cooper can't finish. Here's Francis. Francis will go to the line.
That's a situation you like to see Cooper. She's a little slow to get up on the other end. You'd like to see her just come down off 2 feet and score that layup for a team. It's a little too much hot sauce, but Madison Francis said she's not worried about that. She's trying to get to the rim for her team and make plays.
Francis with 11 points. And rebounds as well. Again, been one of the top freshmen in the SEC this year. Just a balanced attack once again for Mississippi State. Got 3 in double figures and a couple close to it. And the rebounding, it's just been such a thorn for Tennessee.
You're either calling Wadozie, or you're calling Richardson, or you're calling Francis. They have been on the boards all night long.
Wadozie, 13 rebounds, 6 of them on the offensive end, and that free throw gives her 10. So another double-double for Favor Wadozie. She averages it, so that is a typical night for her.
What a perfect name, because she certainly has favor tonight, 100%.
Bulldogs back up 17. in Tennessee. A couple of last gaffes before they go to UConn, and a great finish from Mia Paldo. No quit in her, and she's so tough too going into the lane. Much bigger defenders able to get that one to go.
She just continues to compete. She has a little spin, and she just gets downhill like the, mighty Mike that she is. She is an absolute competitor, and you gotta have it. Even with a game out of reach, you want to see your players that lead you night in and night out still stand up for your team and try to make plays.
Paldo 13 points, all of them in the second half, and she's done as best as she could to try to rev things up after a shutout first half. And leaves that one short. She'll get her first chance in the Tennessee-UConn rivalry on Sunday among several Tennessee freshmen. Mississippi State, they've got Missouri on deck. So just a real statement game for this Bulldog team. Again, they're sitting at a 9 seed in the bracketology. It's going to go a long way to helping them ensure a bid into the big dance. A team that not necessarily on the bubble right now, but they're only 2-5 in conference play. You got to get wins like this to stay in. Carissa Richardson's 21 points, just really the game changer. He had 23 against Kentucky in that win, and they've relied on her all night. Just a couple of close calls for Mississippi State. They lost at Alabama in a game in which they led going into the fourth quarter. They lost by 7, just couldn't close it out down the stretch. But tonight on the road in Knoxville against a team undefeated in conference play, they just looked the part and were the better team.
Strong play. Definitely a statement game for them.